Okay, first of all, probably because you're wearing shorts.
No, I have a
But
game after this.
How could you be cold?
I don't know.
Super windy, but like
Yeah.
it's also very warm out.
Yeah.
That's like,
Dude, I mowed today in shorts and I was sweating.
I was sweating in my car with like the AC on.
Dude, my car was so cold. I don't know why it was cold, but the car was cold too. And it was sitting outside too.
Hey there, Couch Critics fam.
And then nothing comes out. That's what happens. And you say, "Oh, why'd you say J&J?" That's what happens.
Hey man,
Your mind takes over.
I'm not used to opening. Anyways, hey there, Couch Critics fam. Today we're going to be reviewing The Empire Strikes Back. All three of us are here. Some of us are kind of cold right now, even though it's
so
ridiculously
cold.
warm out. Strange things are happening, but so is the review.
How is the review a strange thing?
It's happening.
Yes,
It's
strange things are
happening.
happening. The review is happening.
Okay.
So it all balances out.
Okay.
Okay.
Just some opening notes on it. The original writer for the first Star Wars was hired, or at least one of them, and she was a science fiction writer, but she ended up dying of cancer before she finished it.
Oh wow.
And so then Lucas took over and wrote the entire thing. There was a bunch of parts that were scrapped from her original version.
Okay.
But in the end, Lucas wrote most of it and had some other people go over and do some final cuts. Filming was done in Norway for the hot stuff.
scenes.
I have no clue what was done for Dagobah. I feel like that.
Wasn't that done in like George Lucas's pool or something?
George
I
Lucas
would not
had a
be
really
shocked.
ugly pool.
It was in England. It was just a set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. I get why they did it.
Yeah.
The audience reaction after it came out was it was much more mixed compared to the first one because it was going in a more mature direction and focused on like the relationships and stuff. It was the 13th highest grossing film of all time.
Nice.
It was on originally a budget of $8 million, and like Lucas put up basically all the money for it.
Makes
So obviously
sense.
he would gain all the profits.
Irvin Kershner directed it. I believe his teacher, his former teacher at film school, I believe, the whole Irvin Kershner basically, I think, the only reason he took it on, the only reason he agreed to like direct it, I think was if George Lucas gave him like
A cut of the money.
No, I think it was if he gave him creative
freedom
of the directing. So like probably like he didn't like change everything.
Yeah.
Because he still mostly stuck to the storyline, but he wasn't gonna.
He had some executive skills and decision
yeah.
in it. I know one of the bigger differences between this one and the film and the first was that what's his name? Oh, why did I say it? Forget his name. George Lucas. George Lucas kind of stepped back from the main stuff and more did the special effects, trying to grow his lights and industrial magic.
Which kind of makes sense. I think that's kind of where it kind of showed where George Lucas was gonna go with movies into the future, because after the Star Wars days, when he was like of the first one, like director, writer, like producer, all these different things, he kind of just focused in on, I'm gonna lead a team of, I'm gonna run a company of special effects that just does everything, can do everything, and just revolutionizes all film, and then be a producer that will bring together the best ideas and stories and like scripts to the directors that will bring out the most of them. But so this was kind of the first showing of this side of George Lucas. The more like he's kind of like the man he's like the man behind the scenes for this movie.
The car was like shaking.
Yeah, there are some strange things happening.
Strange things are happening here. It's cold.
No wonder you're so cold, Jared.
The ghost is passing through you.
I watched 20 minutes horror stories yesterday on Netflix.
That's pathetic.
Guys.
The ghost of Uncle Ben is passing through you.
Dude,
The ghost of Aunt Beru's passing through you.
Dude. That's crazy.
Anyways.
Aunt Beru, though. Okay, my bad, guys. But, like, you know,
He doesn't care if it's a carcass or not.
Oh, I think they like incinerated her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a carcass...
Again, you act like you don't care about it.
Can a carcass... Can you not describe the burned corpse as a carcass as well?
I mean, isn't she like not?
Yeah, is there like a specific definition for what a carcass
Jamie,
is?
pull that up.
Isn't a carcass just
Jamie,
like
pull up-
an animal.
Jamie,
Yeah.
pull up live carcass footage.
You would treat her like an animal. Disgusting, horrible man.
Whoa!
You're scum, Jerry.
It's okay, guys. We went.
Anyways.
Yeah.
It's one of the movies used as an example of a sequel being superior to the original.
Oh, yeah.
Which I assume we all agree on to at least some degree. Okay, so starting the
Okay.
film, one of my like main things is I really like the creations and ideas. This really built the idea of a cinematic universe and kind of building up more than like it was the first major conversion from movies are like very connected in their own. Everything you know is just in the movie and like a little bit of real life. And so this is the first time they're like going beyond that and truly making new ideas. Not new ideas for the first time, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think what he's basically trying to say is like in the first movie, like there was obviously like such a vast world that they already made in just the first movie. But like in the second movie, they could have just like gone back to Tatooine, gone back to Yavin 4. They could have treaded on the same ground that they had already been on, but every single location in Empire Strikes Back is completely new. They're also unique. Yeah, it's really impressive.
Filming on Hoth, loved that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think one of my favorite movie intros of all time. I've probably seen it like at least 100 times.
Really?
Just because like
This is like
when I
the
was-
third time I've watched this movie ever.
When I was
Like
like a
second.
kid, whenever my cousins would come over and hang out at my house, we would always like set up a movie like on a big iPad while we were like in bed about to go to sleep.
Okay.
And it would pretty much always be The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
But we would only get through like the first 30 minutes of it because we were children. And so it would just be like Hoth over and over and over.
Oh. Okay.
Like over the many different times.
We
that-
just watched the Hoth opening.
Well, no, it wouldn't be like. It wasn't like a
loop.
Hoth opening, and then like a few weeks later we hang out again and we watch Hoth. It would be like, because it was so periodical that happened. We just always ended up watching Empire Strikes Back, and we didn't get through a ton of the movie.
Anyways, Jamie's gay. I texted you. Go read your text, Jamie. Okay, so Jamie is not. So we're on an icy planet. There's some cold individuals. Jamie's incapable of listening to my directions.
You texted me go get ice cubes from the fridge upstairs.
And then I texted you, wait for my signal.
I
And
didn't
then
see
you-
the second one.
What do I do with this?
Yeah,
Do
why
I
don't you
eat
just
it?
throw it though?
Yeah, eat it.
You could have put him
Eat it,
like.
Jerry. Jerry, eat it.
I'm not gonna eat it, guys.
No worries.
Where do I put it?
Don't just put it on the floor.
Where do I put it?
What was that aim for the first one? Off screen.
How did you do that? Okay, alright.
Okay, so we're on the ice planet Hoth. And one of the things that was of note, like they found a reason to explain why Mark Hamill had a scar.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the films. I forget what they said in the movie, but I know what's it called. George Lucas had told him that if he had died in whatever it was, he was not gonna just recast him. He was actually gonna write him out, like logically, and replace him with someone else in the story. Very interesting decision that Will did.
Were you talking about the car accident that he had?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, before filming, he had a car accident, and so that's why the whole Wampa
Yes.
attack thing happened. Yeah.
That's really cool, actually.
He had a car accident. That's not very cool.
No, guys, the explanation. The Wampa scene.
As someone who's been in a car, who's been hit by a car,
Hit by a car into car accidents.
as someone who's been hit by a car before, what do you think of Jerry's thoughts on
Well,
people
as
that
I
get hit
mentioned
by
in the
cars?
Minecraft review, the first one was a white Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Who'd you got hit or did you
I
hit
got
someone?
hit. Why would I be driving a white?
Should we explain the whole situation briefly?
they've already watched the other episode. Episode 4.
Hey man, I wasn't
Minecraft.
If you haven't heard it, go
Go back
watch
to
that
episode 4.
What
We
was
talk
episode
about
4?
Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, I didn't watch it. So.
Okay, so Jerry's a big dumb idiot and forgets we film episodes. Anyways, as
Strange things
mentioned,
are happening to his memory as well.
Guys, I'm
car accidents. Go back to episode 4 of Minecraft movie if you want to hear
I've
more
been in a
about
car
that.
accident.
You've been in a car accident too?
Yeah. That's why I have.
Oh wait, yeah.
So yeah, that's why I have the car.
Yeah, he
I
showed
have
up
right
to
now.
he showed up to Calc one morning.
Oh yeah, I remember you got hit. Did you mention that?
He was like, yeah, because it was like really icy out.
Yeah.
And you were trying to brake, and it
Oh
just
my
wouldn't.
Wasn't it your new car?
Yeah, I got a new
Yeah.
car. I got a. I crashed a 2023 Kia Rio S. Okay. This is like a $14,000 car. Maybe. No, actually no, like $20,000 car.
Yeah, let's check the stats on that, Jay.
And then
Jerry, please.
and then I got a. And then I got a.
MSRP is 17K.
Yeah, and then with upgrades it was like 20. But then I got a.
Okay, Mr. Bougie.
No, it was a Kia.
He's got a point.
It was 20,000.
It's a Kia.
It was 20,000.
It was my mom's.
Okay, you
Yeah.
should have mentioned that earlier.
That-
Should
I
have gone
think-
back to the Kia point.
Yeah. and
that is the second best reason that he's showed up to Calc.
then-
The number one reason that he showed up to
Oh,
Calc
stop.
late was because
Guys,
he
stop.
shows up 5 minutes before the class ends. And I ask him, Jerry, why were you late today? And he says, well, I got to school on time, and I'm about to get out of my car until I fall asleep in my car in the school parking lot. And I woke up like 40 minutes later, and here I am.
You're a child.
Yeah.
You guys have to understand. It was like necessary. You don't understand. Like I got to school, then I like was about to like step out, and I was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. And then I went to sleep.
Was that what happened to the stats review session yesterday?
Oh, guys, I never signed up for that.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I just didn't sign up for that.
You reminded me to sign up for that.
Hey guys, you have to understand. I had that open at like
We're not
11.
focused on the movie.
Oh yeah.
We have 40 minutes
Oh,
left.
you're so right, guys. My camera's turning on. Okay, let's go back.
Okay, stop taking nudes.
Oh, guys.
Now, this is the first movie that really starts the Han and Leia relationship. As everyone knows,
Goated.
the Lon relationship.
Mhm.
Not incestuous. Huh?
I gotta take a call. You
Okay.
keep talking. I'll be back.
Someone here is a bitch. I'm just gonna take a seat.
Yeah, guys.
Now, anyways.
Oh my God, no. You know what we should do now? We should just talk about our car accidents. Cause like he's not here.
Car accidents, they're pretty alright. They're boring.
How'd you get into yours?
So as mentioned in episode 4, I was running out of my work. It
And
was
you got
raining
hit by a car.
in a parking lot.
Oh.
It was a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Did you break anything?
No, I was really fine. I think I got concussed. I damaged the hood of their car. Well, they hit me. That's annoying.
Oh, how much money did you get out of it?
Nothing.
Why? Why didn't you sue?
Because I kind of it was both their fault.
Oh.
I ran out, but they were also like
Oh.
30 feet away, and they still kept on going.
Oh.
And it took a while after they hit me to stop.
Oh.
Like 50-50, she was slightly drunk because she was a parent at the pool, and they drink a lot there.
Oh. Guys, that's so scary.
Her kids were in the car.
Oh. Okay, what?
And we love Star Wars. Star Wars is great.
Get out of my seat.
What was your second one? Actually, we'll talk about that later. We'll end the episode with that.
We'll talk about it in episode 4.
This kid is a thief
Oh.
and a scallywag is what he is.
Scallywag. What a great word to use.
It is a truly great word, especially to describe this.
Okay, let's actually finish
Goofy.
talking about this
Oh.
movie before we all leave and
Oh, yes.
implode and die.
Oh.
That's only Jerry.
Guys, I have a match after this.
The rest of us are just gonna implode. but
And
we'll
one of us is
survive.
going to
Oh,
eat
okay.
dinner.
I have places to be after dinner.
Where do you have to be?
Biking. You want to bike. You don't have to bike.
I want to go biking.
Where are you biking? We can discuss this.
This is
later.
not the Star Wars.
Everyone knows of the great biking scene that
Yeah.
occurs in the post-credits of the
And then,
Empire
oh
Strikes
yeah,
Back.
and then Han cuts open the frame of the bike.
Oh.
Yeah, and he sleeps inside of the bike, or he puts Luke inside of the,
The
bike.
bike.
Yeah. Jason put Nathan Lucas inside the bike.
Oh,
I forget
is Nathan Luke Skywalker?
And this is the first movie that started the Lon relationship, better known as the Han and Leia relationship. As everyone knows it, the Lon. And then before Han's like riding out to try and
What about the Heya? Han and Leia?
No.
The Heya relationship?
Oh.
Stop railroading this! Anyways. Before Han rides out, he says to someone like, it's like, it's too cold out there. He's like, my friend's out there. And then at one point he says, I'll see you in hell. Like, I do not remember the Star Wars movie having Han just say, I'll see you in hell to a comrade.
It's because he's goaded.
I didn't know that Han Solo was Christian. I didn't know they had religion.
Yeah, did you know midichlorians are actually the host in Christianity? The more host you eat, the more powerful you are in the Force.
Guys, really?
No.
Guys, no.
Now back to the movie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find that.
It's fine.
The ice cave with the Yeti. Loved that.
The Wampa.
The
Guampa.
Womp.
Oh.
That was not. That was
good.
Okay, so I make one joke for 2 seconds, and are you hearing this, kid? You guys talk about car accidents and have to go on phone calls.
Because they're funny.
Yes.
No, car accidents, not the phone call.
Guys, the car.
The Force ghost of Kenobi guiding him out of the cave gets picked up, cutting open the tauntaun. I forget what that was based off of. I'm trying to think if there was something in history it's based off of. Oh well. Probably someone else did it in history with the horse.
Like in a movie sense or like in real life?
Either or.
Because I think like... I think the type of thing was happening to like people that were invading Russia and stuff.
That thing.
But also I can't name like I don't know if there's like a specific incident.
Anyways.
That's what happened.
Luke is put into that big septic tank of fluids to heal.
Yeah, I don't
A
even...
Bacta tank.
The what?
It's a Vacta tank?
Bacta.
The hell is that?
BACTA.
Oh, that is what it's called.
Yeah.
Movie.
Oh.
Did you watch this one?
I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count.
He just remembers details.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was called. But I thought that was really weird. I didn't like that he only had his underwear on.
I forget that every time. It looks like a big diaper.
And
And now, mind you, from here on out, in the movie, I was listening to it while driving my car around. I just finished the movie 2 minutes ago. Yeah. Anyways, we were driving around. So a lot of this, similar to my Cuba review, which I had to watch on 2x speed, this was a more strenuous condition in which I had to skip around a little. Anyways, I finished the movie in the end. And I listened to like half of it like a podcast.
But you should. To this podcast.
And if you
That was
hit
such a
episode
shame.
10 on Spotify too.
Oh, yeah.
Halfway there.
When we hit episode 10.
If. Then Leia calls Han a laser brain. This was like the most like it felt weird. It was like cool but weird, the interaction, this one that I'm talking about. Leia calls him a laser brain. Chewie laughs. Han says, "Laugh it up, fuzzball." And then Leia calls him a nerf herder. Like it was so weirdly constructed. I don't know.
Guys, what is a nerf herder?
Something
Jamie,
that
pull that up.
It's probably just something that they say in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's probably entirely made up. The floating little black asteroid droids. Love those guys.
Someone who herds nerfs, a large herbivorous animal similar to cows. Yeah, cows. Excuse me.
Okay, so that's like just calling someone like a cowboy. So actually complimenting him for being a badass cowboy.
I don't think it's... Whatever.
Don't get sidetracked. Anyways, the floating little black droids, cool as hell.
Yes.
Pew! Shooting over the hill. And then the first time we hear the Empire's theme in the movie, I really noticed the music in this one, probably because I was listening to it like a podcast. Really enjoyed the movie and the music, but the music especially for this note.
I think it was, wasn't it around there when the Super Star Destroyer first shows up?
That's the first time, yes.
Yeah. That scene is just
It's very good.
incredible.
It's so big.
I know, it's just shaking. I checked.
How many people do you have down there?
Guys.
But
One for every
anyways,
episode of the podcast.
Oh.
that scene is just amazing. Like all the Star Destroyers all there, and then just completely covered in a shadow. No idea what it is. Zooms out, and it's like, I mean, it's not like size-wise as impressive as the Death Star, but like, you know that the Death Star is big, but you don't really ever have
It moving.
You don't ever have
A reference.
well, I mean, the Death Star moves.
Well, we don't. It's not like you
it's
see
not
it moving as much as you see.
But you don't have a reference to see how big it is.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see, like,
What do they compare it to again?
a small moon.
Yeah.
You just have, like, word of mouth comparisons, and the fact that it's, like, large enough that the like, all the ships fly almost straight on it. But either way, you don't have, like, a direct size comparison. The Super Star Destroyer, you see how much larger it is than the regular Star Destroyers. You see how massive it is.
Yeah.
It's just a really impressive scene.
Then Han is trying to fix the Millennium Falcon for 8,000 hours. There's some big explosion. I forget. I don't know why, because again, I wasn't seeing the screen. Big explosion on the ship.
Oh, that's because, like, the Hoth, like, the big walking thingy. The Imperial Walkers.
Not yet. This is later.
I think. Are you saying like from?
He's repairing
from
the
the
ship.
Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon has a big explosion.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
Chewie turned something on. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, you should turn something
They're
on.
just Chew's being a
Dicking around.
yeah.
I love that.
Chewing around.
I love that gray little robot, the medical one with like the
Yes.
the syringe
Oh,
arm.
yeah.
That's the first time we see him. Is right after that. Love him. And then they begin evacuating the planet. It cuts to Vader again. We see him in that like badass huge pod thing that like encapsulates itself.
And then he in that pod, isn't that where he like force chokes?
No,
Yes,
outside of the pod. He just force chokes. Like,
No, but in the pod he
Yeah,
force
he
chokes
stands
those two
up
guys.
and then he calls both the
Yeah,
the
it's like
Admiral
so.
and
The
Commander.
reason that the pod scene happens is because an officer walks in.
That's like-
pod opens up, and then he's like, "Hey, we came out of like hyperspace. We just wanted to let you know." And he's like, "I told them to come out of hyperspace like way before now."
Okay.
And then he's like, "Who made the decision?" They tell him who made the decision. The officer leaves, turns around in the pod, video calls the
Right.
officer who made the decision to
Yeah.
stop them way later, and force chokes him on the
Yeah.
spot.
The Admiral
and,
gets...
and then promotes the guy right next to him,
Yeah.
also on the spot.
Anyways, they're evacuating the planet. We see all the people running around, and then one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars is Wilro Hood. He's running around. Does anyone know about this? Search him up, Dan, pull him up. Wilro Hood. He's holding a little ice cream machine. He's running around.
Okay.
Do you know about Does anyone know about the lore surrounding this man?
This guy?
Yes.
That's in Cloud City.
Okay, well that's later. Shut up.
Yeah, way later.
Shut up!
It's like
I know.
into the movie.
Okay, well shut up again. I wasn't seeing the screen. I just knew at one point the guy with
Oh
the
my
ice cream.
god, he's so
Does
cute.
anyone know anything about the man?
Guys,
I know that he's not in Hoth when it's being invaded.
guys,
don't know that.
Yes, I do.
he's so cute.
We don't see him in a hall.
He's a little
Could've been
small
there, 'cause
black
he's a-
Could've
black
been. He
man.
could have been in the back of the Millennium Falcon the whole time. Anyways, the reason why I mention him is it's a great example of how like intense the lore got in the future, in which it would like give a name to every character. People cosplayed as this guy because like it was just like a random guy. You just see it for like 2 seconds on screen running by with an ice cream machine, intended to look like something else, I guess. But yeah, I just think it's really interesting. Anyways,
Back to Hoth.
Oh my god, we haven't even gotten past Hoth yet.
He
yeah.
went past Hoth for a little bit there, but we need to get
Shut up, Jerry.
we need to get back to Hoth.
Now, they're using tow cables. They're taking down AT&T.
What? Would you call it?
AT&T.
Why?
Because the company, the cable company.
Oh,
AT&T.
AT&T.
Not that app.
Well, yeah, but why'd you call it AT&T?
Auntie? Auntie Guru?
You added an N in there.
And. Not N. It's the correct spelling is AT.
Yeah, it's an at walker.
You didn't get my joke.
That's what it's called.
You I was saying like it's a cable company, AT&T.
Bad joke. Let's continue.
No.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Okay.
slicing open with the tow cables, they're attacking the AT&T.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Luke's partner gets cooked.
Obliterated.
Slices open into the belly of it.
That was awesome.
Loved that.
There was a grenade in it.
Yeah, and then
Although, yeah, it sets up the, like, understanding that Luke is, like... Luke uses a lightsaber, and he can use the Force, as seen in the Wampa attack
The scene when he like gets it.
scene. But he's not... He's at this point, he's really just, like, a rebel guerrilla fighter, like the rest of them, that just happens to...
he's just swinging it around with a more powerful weapon.
Just sometimes happens to use the Force, sometimes happens to use the lightsaber, but he's not a Jedi yet.
And then all the rebels they flew the coop. They leave Hoth. Han and the gang they're hiding on an asteroid. Right? This is correct timing?
Yeah, they're like they were trying to escape the. They're trying to escape the Star Destroyers.
Yeah.
Go into the asteroid belt.
Leave
Fly
the
around all of it, and then they
Land in
finally
the hole.
end up hiding in the asteroid.
And then
Asteroid.
C-3PO cock blocks Han.
Love
like,
that.
I fixed the machine. That was great.
As they're like making out.
Yeah, just like right before. Emperor calls in to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And
Another video
talking
call.
about like using Luke
Mm-hmm.
as the great co-worker.
Didn't they? I think it was in that where they used in the original movie, the Emperor looked completely different,
Probably.
and then in Return of the Jedi, he looked like how he was we know him now, and so then they went back to the 5th movie and changed how he looked to be consistent with the next movie.
Anyways.
I think he looked pretty stupid in the original.
Dagobah lands on Luke.
Dagobah lands on Luke, guys.
Anyways, land there. There's that weird eyeball thingy.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What was that about? No clue.
just a plot device to get Luke like way into the swamp and cleaning R2-D2 and stuff and set up camp. Just kind of
Yeah. Yoda. We meet him. We meet the little
incredible.
He's so small.
The goat.
People on set, for, like the production team, would make fun of the way he would talk. Like even then, just find that really funny. Like they would they would do impressions. I forget what video I saw this on, but it was like they would do it to George Lucas all the time.
The Jedi you are.
And then
What the fuck?
I feel like you'd be
That was
laughing
actually
like that
really
sometimes.
they're on the big asteroid. Back to Asteroid City, Han.
Jedi you are.
And they're escaping the big asteroid worm. And love the hand puppet of
Oh
the
yeah, that was awesome.
curving. Then cuts back to Yoda in that, where he's like a little backpack hanging on to Luke.
Are they at that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
So
there
that-
anything else? What else do you
Well, no, because I think in between
Good
like
one.
them meeting and the backpack was the whole
Yes.
like reveal of like
The
that
Force
Luke
Ghost.
is the Jedi.
Yoda is Yoda.
Or yeah, sorry.
Luke is the Jedi. Yes, we know this.
That Yoda's the Jedi that Luke's looking for. That Kenobi talking to him. The whole super ominous like. Wasn't Luke was like I'm not scared, and then Yoda was like.
Scared you are.
Will be.
Oh,
And then like walks away from him.
like you would think like a 2-foot green little.
He knew. I mean, he foresaw that whole thing in the cave on Dagobah happening, probably. So
Yeah, you would think like a 3-foot green thing to not be scary, but like that
That
thing
was
was kind of
menacing.
terrifying.
yeah,
Isn't that like a female Yoda?
yeah, there is.
There is?
In the prequels, there's one scene of the Jedi Council,
Uh-huh.
and there's a female Yoda.
Actually,
Yeah.
that's so cool. I didn't
Jerry
know.
wants to fuck the female Yoda,
Guys, first I'm a stripper.
and he doesn't defend himself.
I'm a stripper.
Have you seen the stripper edit? The photo?
Yes, I saw that. My parents were next to me. I open it.
On screen.
I was like, oh yeah, guys, this is my like podcast thingy. And there's like 2 new images. I was like, okay, let me scroll down. First I see like the absolute like a cinema, and then I see that, and my parents are like, they just looked at me. I think they'd given up on me, and they were like,
after you didn't get named Jason, they gave up.
yeah, that was like, guys, that was like when I was 4.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yoda's the little backpack.
they're doing flips. They're floating rocks. They're doing a bunch of stuff. But Lucas
Baby
started.
stuff.
Lucas started to lose his focus during the rocks, I think, because he started thinking of
About the female Yoda.
No, that was Jerry.
Oh.
Luke was thinking about his friends
Oh.
because he's Chad. Yes.
And also, I want Nathan's expert Star Wars opinion on this. Why didn't they just tell his dad was Anakin and Darth Vader?
I think because.
Because they're bitches.
I think maybe the real reason. I think one of their reasons was that they wanted Luke to not. They didn't want Luke to be conflicted about whether.
He should kill him.
Yeah, whether to kill him or not. Because unlike Luke, both Yoda and Obi-Wan had lost the belief that Darth Vader could be good again. And Luke was on that path as well, and then he learned, and luckily it took him off that path, which was probably the only way that the whole trilogy could have ended the way it did.
Yeah.
Is that he was on that path. So it was, I think, mostly Obi-Wan and Yoda's plan to try to not conflict Luke and just
use him as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they thought he was the only one that could do it because they knew how powerful his family was.
And then we see the scary Vader vision.
Oh yeah, that was really
The
cool.
intense fight. Yeah.
The like dual symbolism of both Luke, like after cutting off Darth Vader's head and it exploding and seeing his own head in it, both symbolizing that he was related to Darth Vader and symbolizing that on the path that he was going down, he could easily turn into Vader. So yeah, very impressive scene there.
Again, I wasn't watching. I was listening to it like a podcast.
Like you should
I'm
watch
just-
it.
I'm saying I didn't see this.
Yeah.
This watch though. Anyways, we then cut to the bounty hunting gang all lined up. There's Boba Fett, that one lizard guy.
What is his name? The lizard dude.
Jimmy, pull up that one lizard guy from Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
Greedo.
No.
Star Wars
Greedo was
Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Greedo was the guy that he died.
McClunky!
He died in the movie before.
in the bar thingy.
McClunky.
If you want to try pronouncing that,
Oh my god. Let me get a good old college.
but for context,
Bonzo walk crowd the dog. I got that.
Wasak Kradosk.
What?
Jimmy, please put that into Google Translate to read out.
Bosk Wadosk?
Bosk
Hold on.
Wadosk Chris.
Bosk.
Bosk
Wadosk.
Wadosk Krados.
Bob Ross, Chris Sauce, Doss.
Lakers in
Worcestershire sauce.
Baska Wasak Kradosk.
Lakers and five.
Lakers in 5.
Oh, Wasak.
Wasak?
Baska Wasak Kradosk.
Bosca
Bosco
Wadas.
Bob Ross.
Bosca Wa.
Bosca Wasak Krados.
Boska Wasak Kadosk.
Anyways, the
Bob
bounty
Ross.
hunters.
Bob Ross. Nail Gloss. Bob Ross.
Chicken.
Doss. Lakers in 5. Anyways.
Millennium Falcon's hanging out in the, it's stuck itself to the
trash.
Star Destroyer.
To the trash of the Star Destroyer.
No. It stuck itself to the Star Destroyer, so it was so close that they couldn't sense it. And then
they hop on
when
the
they
trash.
released all the trash, they released themselves from the ship. So it wasn't necessarily, they weren't hiding in the trash.
I thought it was attached to something on the trash.
No, it was just that when they released the trash, they released themselves too, and so it all started to float away and look like trash. But Boba Fett was thinking the same thing.
Then they go. Yoda training part 8,000. Only thing of note I remember from this was the X-Wing floating.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing scene.
In George Lucas's pool, they floated the X-Wing.
It was actually in his pool.
No, you just said that earlier. So
It's
No,
Jamie, pull that up.
I thought the Dagobah, most of Dagobah, like the Dagobah was filmed in a film set, but
Okay.
I don't know if the X-wing thing itself.
Jamie, pull
was.
that up. Pull up a photo of
Does he have a
Skywalker
really big
Ranch and
pool?
Skinwalker Ranch.
Maybe.
Do you think that George Lucas, like, what do you think his like most extravagant buy was?
okay, he shot one or two of the scenes in his own swimming pool.
What?
Yeah,
Okay. Good for him.
Which scenes?
Come on, Jamie, name them
Ah.
by number. Scene 8.
Scene 782. Guys, I'm cold.
You are in a blanket.
I'm cold. Oh, I need electrolytes. You know that. I need electrolytes.
You act
That's
like you
not-
couldn't have brought those.
It's not gonna heat you up.
Yes, you have electrolytes. Do you know what an
He's
electrolyte is?
salt.
Do you know what an electrolyte is?
Yes, I took chemistry.
Yeah, I didn't.
Just he has some salt upstairs. Just put some in your water.
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
that's-
gonna do. I'm gonna.
yeah, that's
Do
what-
not, dude. Don't pretend like you gotta pour salt into your water.
Guys, no, I'm not.
You don't have to put very
Dude,
much.
I drank some salt water yesterday and I threw up. So like, we're
Dude,
not gonna do
it's-
that.
Because you're not supposed to drink salt water.
Yeah, just put like a little tiny amount of salt in it, and it's just electrolytes.
Why do you drink salt water? Please explain.
Because
Like
I
that-
wanted electrolytes.
No, you didn't. You didn't know
you
they
want
had
electrolytes,
electrolytes
you
until
don't.
2 seconds ago.
If you
Guys,
want
I actually knew
electrolytes-
that. I
If
was
you
just
want
joking.
electrolytes, don't put that much salt in it. Just put like you shouldn't be able to like taste.
Oh.
Much
salt.
any of the
And it was
salt.
also like hot water too, so it was like
Oh my,
hot.
that's just awful.
The
Yeah,
water
like
was.
Salt, salt.
It was actually
hot
90%
salted
salt and 1% water. You just drank salt.
Dude, it was so bad. It was like hot
It was like
salt
a salt
water.
crystal with like
Yeah.
a little bit of
It
water
was like
around
it was
it.
low key. I thought like because it would be hot, like it would like soluble faster.
You had super saturated water.
Guys, what's the word again? Dissolve. I thought it would dissolve faster.
Did you super saturate it with salt?
Yeah, it was like
Good.
Himalayan pink salt.
What?
Why would you put so much Himalayan pink salt in? That stuff that's expensive.
Dude, I only have that salt in my house.
You have
You
normal
only
table
have
salt?
that salt in your house?
No, my parents only believe in like Himalayan pink salt. And
They don't trust
God-
anything from out of the
His parents are
subcontinent.
Indian.
Yes.
They don't trust anything outside the subcontinent.
Yeah, they have like Himalayan pink salt, and we like crack our like own like pepper. Like we don't buy like.
You get your own peppercorn.
Yes, we buy our own peppercorn.
You don't even have like a thing that like cracks it for you?
No, we like use like the little like the thingy where you're like.
Oh,
you hit
mortar
it.
and pestle?
And
Yeah.
where did the mortar and pestle come from?
Did it come from India? Hopefully.
I don't know where they bought it. I swear it was Amazon, but like, I mean,
My
close.
point was that probably came from India.
Probably did, but like.
Okay, so we're
Anyways.
training. We're getting some visions. Luke's a little bit concerned.
Vader chokes Captain Nita for having lost to the
Yes, the
Millennium
Millennium
Falcon.
Falcon.
That's an in-person force choke.
Yeah.
Not over telecommunications. Anyways, C-3PO's talking and they shut him down just to get him to stop talking. And then we land on Cloud City, which, like, it seems futuristic, but you just realize it's just like the disco aesthetic, that's all it was.
I mean, yeah, but it was like a floating city, so also very
Disco.
futuristic.
Floating city.
Anyways,
Would you not be excited to go to a floating city?
it's not on the bucket.
The one thing I will say is that I wonder, like, they probably have shown it before, but like the whole idea is that like the planet is so
Like dangerous.
polluted
Yeah.
and dangerous and awful, and the conditions on like because it's a whole mining planet is so terrible that they have to live above the clouds. They've probably shown stuff like in comic books and stuff
Guys,
that's on the surface of the planet, but it just seems kind of crazy.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. There used to be a floating city did you guys used to play Prodigy
Yeah.
with math?
I know what you're talking about, but I never got that far.
Yeah, it was like
You
called-
didn't get that far.
Well, because I played it like very little.
Yeah, it was like called like it was like
was like-
Skywork Palace.
So you
or
I
pull
feel
out
like that was like the
Prodigy.
second place you get.
Yeah.
Jamie,
that's what I
please
thought.
play the entirety of Prodigy for us.
Okay. Luke's getting some visions. He's very concerned about his friends. He wants to leave. Yoda and Kenobi don't really want him to, but Luke's 3 feet taller than Yoda, so he
Punts him like a football.
yeah.
Across the butt.
He leaves. He's going to Cloud City. They give the foreshadowing that there's another Skywalker.
There is another.
And I think at the end of this movie, I think it would have been interesting because maybe some people were thinking that he was talking about Vader, like after the reveal.
Really?
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if you heard in the middle of a movie like there's another Skywalker and you didn't know of any other Skywalkers, didn't know Darth Vader, didn't know about Leia, any of that, and at the end of that same movie,
well, they don't say there is
revealed.
another Skywalker. They say there is another.
Maybe,
But
but
never specify it had to be a Skywalker.
I suppose they were making it seem like there was another Skywalker.
There is another. Anyways,
But either way,
we see Lando Calrissian.
puts the
Played by no. We introduced him. You skipped over it, but we introduced him.
risen Calrissian.
Billy D. Williams. I did write Calrissian like that.
Oh yeah.
This one goes out to Billy D. Williams. Fantastic man.
Yeah.
Now, and then there's that stupid robot guy with the little metal thing on his head. Love
He's
him.
not stupid.
He's not stupid, but
He's
I
a
love
great
him.
guy.
He looks stupid.
He's a great guy.
He looks stupid.
He's a wonderful guy.
He looks stupid.
They're chilling at Cloud City, doing the about to have dinner and stuff with the Cal, and then Darth Vader pulls up, and we can see that he can. When I was a kid, I always used to think that like him like blocking all of Han Solo's.
I love that.
How I always used to think it was just that his armor was so strong, but it's that he's like
Force.
yeah, it's like energy manipulation, and so he's like taking like that like blaster hits his hand, and he's just like he's absorbing all of that energy.
Why would you go against like a 6'4" like?
Scottish man
Yeah.
in a big black suit.
Well, I mean, what else?
What was the other option?
Can
What?
he-
Die?
All
Give up. I give up.
I mean, like, think about it. Like, why would you go after like this dude's like an Air Force, like Jedi, like ex-Air Force, basically.
Okay. Well, yeah, but if like you pull up to a dinner and all you have on you is like
If you pull up to a dinner and Hitler is across the table from you, are
you're
you
gonna
not
try
going to-
something. Like if you have a
And then Hitler blocks all your force blasts, and then has his stormtroopers come in, which are still conveyable as other stormtroopers. Did you know that stormtroopers were a Nazi word?
yeah.
Jerry, did you know that? I'm asking.
Isn't that what like the Schutzwaffel, whatever the SS?
Schutzwaffel.
Yeah. Isn't that like
Stormtroopers
translate-
were like their guys.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that's where they got the name for stormtroopers.
That's actually like really cool though. What the hell?
I love Nazis.
No.
He's
No.
a big supporter.
No.
Now, anyways,
Guys, Blitzkrieg. Did you know what that means? Like
Lightning
I learned,
War.
Yes, I learned about it on a poster. That it was used to be in my old home. Oh, never mind, guys. Keep going.
R2D2's in pieces in that little scrapyard about to get burned. C3PO.
Oh, wait.
C3PO. R2P2.
Yeah, R2D2 is in Dagobah. Yeah, C3PO
CP3 man.
got put into
CPP.
C3PO was broken into pieces. They're trying to repair him, but it's not going well. He's backwards.
He's strapped to his back.
Han's getting tortured. Lando's getting kind of cucked by
Oh.
Vader?
by Vader's plans.
I thought you meant Vader as a whole. It'd be weird if he was getting cooked by Vader.
Yeah, it's not going good for anybody, but you can see that Lando's forming some plans already.
Mm-hmm.
Luke's on his way
Mm-hmm.
to them. Or, yeah, he's on his way, but before he gets there is the whole...
Frozen carbonite.
Yeah,
Leia
carbonite scene.
confession.
Great scene. Super iconic.
I skipped over all of it.
You did?
I had to finish it. I finished it. I was like watching it when Casen.
I mean, I
was
guess
there.
it's one of the more memorable scenes. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna like, if you have to skip some scenes, you might as well skip the
I
memorable
skipped like
ones.
the back half of the movie.
Oh.
Well, because I knew one of you guys would have better info on it.
No,
so I wouldn't need to.
Both of us.
God.
So yeah, great scene. Han's frozen. He thought he was. Harrison Ford thought he was gonna die, and he was very happy about that.
Oh.
Yeah, he didn't. He tried to get Han Solo killed in Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi and then finally got his wishes
In Force Awakens.
In Force Awakens.
Why?
He didn't want to play Han Solo anymore. But like he was told that the carbonation would be like the end of his character, and then he was told he was going to die at the end of the like attack on the base in Endor, and neither of those things ended up happening. So then I guess the only I'm guessing that one of the deal breakers for him coming back for Force Awakens is that they had to promise him that they would kill the character.
That's funny.
And I think they made an action figure of Han Solo
getting stabbed.
Shooting with like his blaster like this.
Oh.
Pull that up. Jamie, pull that up.
That's
Pull up
actually
Suicide Han
insane.
Solo.
Oh.
Jamie, please search
Dude,
up
I was
Suicide
so
Han
sad
Solo
when
Force.
he died in Force Awakens.
It was a sad scene.
I was like 8.
No, so got stabbed in the
Yeah, I know, but I was like 8 though.
Anyways, not Greedo,
Was it
not Club
2016
Shadow. What's his
when Force
name?
Awakens came out?
What was the bounty hunter?
2015 Force Awakens.
Oh, so I was 8.
What was the bounty hunter who? Boba Fett is gonna turn him over to Jabba. Jabba. This is the same area. If any of you know from the Xbox 360 Kinect game, I need to pull this song up.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna pull this up just so I get this right.
Dude.
Okay, wait. I couldn't find the exact action figure, but this is basically what the action figure looked like.
That's actually really funny.
If you look up Han Solo action figure with anything else, no matter what it is, it'll just pull up pictures of the action figure. But it was something that looks like that. It's funny.
That's actually really funny.
Okay, Suicide is funny to Jerry and Jack.
Guys,
Okay,
guys, I'm
what
so
are we pulling up?
I'm pulling up.
the music, the mosaic.
Showing you on screen.
What is this again?
What
This
is
is an
it?
Xbox 360 game.
Oh my god.
Is this Just Dance or something?
Basically.
Is that Han?
Wait.
This is the frozen carbonate.
Guys, what? Yo, wait, Loki's kind of fire though. I'd hit this, not gonna lie.
Han Solo.
I did that.
Han Solo.
Guys, should I do that like right now?
Wait.
Oh yeah.
No, it's okay. I'd rather not. Yeah. Wait, dude, this is Loki's like
This is
really fire.
insane.
This is so fire. This was a Kinect game?
Yeah.
Did you have it?
No, I just knew about it. Anyways,
You know,
Luke arrives at Cloud City.
Han's still dancing. He's completely unfazed by the carbonate.
Luke has a brief run-in with Leia, but they get quickly separated, and Luke pulls up to the carbonation room where Darth Vader's there, and ensues one of my favorite fights in all of Star Wars. It's not like the most.
Why do you make that face after you talked about Leia?
What face did I make? I mean, like real though, but keep going. Dude, wait, guys. One last sidetrack, okay? I watched The Empire Strikes Back before I watched The Last Hope. Okay.
When you first watched
A New Hope.
Yeah.
Sorry, A New Hope. When I like
The
first.
Last Hope.
Sorry, guys.
Jerry's sanity is our last hope.
No, but I watched it before, right? So I thought there was a love triangle between Luke, Leia, and Han Solo. Like I just always.
I
thought
mean, they're kind of.
What?
What do you mean?
Leia's a sister.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah, I know.
They made this a love triangle. That's the point of it.
Empire Strikes Back is like, it's not like a full love triangle, but it's like
Yeah.
A New Hope and the beginning of an Empire Strikes Back is like Luke and Leia are kind of feeling each other, but then
They're feeling each other.
they are. That's a term.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm with Nathan on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're you're
I'm so
looking too
bored.
far into this. But then like
Sorry, James
throughout
got
the
me
rest of
scrambled.
throughout the entire rest of Empire Strikes Back, when it's just Luke or when it's just Leia and
Han.
Han Solo, Leia kind of realizes she has a lot of feelings for him, but and kind of realizes that maybe her feelings towards Luke are more
Platonic.
like a really strong platonic. I think she can already sense that it's almost familial. She just doesn't know that it actually is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I thought they were like a little love triangle. I thought like Han and like Luke were gonna fight, but
A little
they
bit.
never did. Keep
They
going.
almost did, but Han was such good friends with Luke in Return of the Jedi.
Ooh.
Because it was like, it was Leia saying that she loved Luke to Han, and then he was like, I understand. I'll back off. And then Leia was like, no, he's my brother.
and then they made out.
It's so funny. Like,
Yes.
it's okay, guys.
Well, we're not cutting that part out.
No.
Anyways, also, does anyone know why Lando flipped between giving them up and then not giving them up?
Because he was getting, like when I said that he was getting cucked by Vader's plans, it was like he made all these agreements with the Empire that would have improved his status and would have like
Kept the city
bettered
safe.
him. Yeah, kept the city safe. And then later was like, and then Vader got what he wanted, and then like said no to all those things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So then Lando was like, well, I'm not really getting anything out of following them anyway, and I'm being a bad person, so I might as well just lose everything but be a good person. And so he switched sides.
What a guy.
Okay. Luke arrives fighting Vader. I forget, how did they progress from that carbonate room to the like final room?
I think he's like walking backwards.
It's kind of like, yeah, they're just kind of moving around the whole area, and then eventually they're in the final true room.
Yeah.
And Luke and Vader's throwing all the boxes and stuff at him. One of them breaks the window. They all get sucked into the massive, like that massive chamber, open chamber.
It sucked into it?
Yeah, because it was like it was like a vacuum.
Oh, I didn't know that, because again, I skipped over it.
I don't think it was a vacuum, but the air pressure was, I think, because it was open to like the rest of the sky. It was open air, and so they get pulled out onto the huge bridge thingy.
Right.
The like tower.
Sucked out, and
Vader was chilling though. He was just holding on, but Luke was like falling for.
and then his arm gets chopped.
Awesome scene. Father reveal.
Because I'm retarded. He's his
One of
father.
the most misquoted quotes of all time. Everybody says, "Luke, I'm your father," and it's
I am
no.
your father.
It's no, I am your father.
Damn it, really?
Yeah.
It's no. I am your father.
Okay, when the notes I wrote, Luke, I am your father, so that's I wrote arm chopped off, and Luke, I am your father. That's team up and kill the Emperor. That's his. And then basically just says, Luke, I'm your father. Blah 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 blah.
Take over the Empire together. Luke says he's never going to join him.
I'll never join you.
And it also, the chopping the arm off also sets up the new lightsaber in the next movie because he loses, because that's the hand that's holding his lightsaber. So it gets chopped off, so he loses both.
The lightsaber and
Yeah, he doesn't have, so he loses.
That's why it's the green one.
Yes. Well, the reason that it's green was for a different reason, but we'll get to that in the next.
Green is good and red is evil.
We'll get to that. I think I already talked about it actually in the.
Talk about it now.
Go watch the very first.
Talk
episode.
about it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick.
Really?
I don't know.
We have a little time.
The reason that they chose the green lightsaber for the next movie was because they knew that they were going to have the fight in Tatooine that was like all open air and in like during the day, and so they're like, okay, if we have a blue lightsaber with a very blue sky background, no one's going to be able to. It's going to be hard to clearly see the lightsaber. So they chose to make it green so that it would stand out among the blue sky, which basically that was what started the whole idea of blue and green lightsabers are Jedi. At first I think it was just blue and red, blue was
One, red was the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then he falls down the big old elevator shaft, vacuum chamber, whatever.
I think that is the only thing, and that is one of the few things in the Star Wars universe that I can't explain, and I don't think anybody can explain how he
survived.
Like he was like, it was this whole big chamber. He falls straight down like this, and then goes in. He's falling down like this, and ends up in a vacuum chamber that's like over here. So somehow,
Something Force Ghost.
I don't think so.
Do you think it was just like the air pressure thing that pushed it into him?
All of the different holes should have had that same.
Oh, yes,
they
you're
should have
right.
all been pulling on him. I don't think there's a reason that one was pulling on him harder.
Are you talking about how he died, or supposedly died in Return of the Jedi, or?
No, I'm saying in Empire Strikes Back at the end, after he like jumps off of the thing that him and Vader are on.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by died in Return of the Jedi?
I was thinking of Palpatine. Sorry, I know that.
I do not. I still love that scene, but it's just completely inexplicable. And truly, I don't care that I can't explain it because it's still
It's a Star
great.
Wars movie.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Contacts Leia. Leia, save me.
He's barely hanging on. They turn around, come pick him up.
They go to the medical center and they're looking out on like a giant galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was cool.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
It was such a nice scene.
And then the movie's over.
Wow.
And so,
After many sidetracks,
Yes.
we
The
have
ending.
finished the movie.
Actually, I wrote these scores while talking about it just now.
Okay.
Okay, story slash plot, for me, I gave it an 86. Because, good, but like, it's only truly to the level we view it when you're seeing it as the trilogy.
Uh-huh.
And so just this film, that's like an 86. It's really good, but it's not going to be that 90s unless you're accounting for all the other things, which just goes into my overall effect score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, for story, I gave it 98 because I'm just an absolute...
rider.
I'm an absolute sucker for
He's a genius.
everything in this movie.
He's a goon.
It's
Mean
just
goon.
incredible. It is my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, I think 98 is completely deserved because it's maybe not as revolutionary story-wise as the first one was, but it takes it in a much as emotional as the first movie was in a lot of parts. It was lacking in the emotional aspect. This movie with Irving Kershner with better with better direction, writing, all of that, they pushed the emotion side of this to its absolute limits. And really, I don't think Star Wars we've ever gotten another Star Wars movie as emotionally rich as Empire Strikes Back.
I agree. I mean, okay, for my story slash plot, I gave it an 81. The thing was, for me, is I love this film. It's a great film. I haven't talked about it much today, but like, it's a great film. I really like it. It was the first movie I ever watched. It was the first Star Wars movie I ever watched.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah. It was the first Star Wars movie I ever watched, because I didn't watch the fourth. I didn't watch anything else. I watched this, and then I went to go watch The Force Awakens. I don't know why, but I did. But when you compare this movie as a standalone film, not taking into effect all the other movies like combined and putting this in, I thought it was great, and 81 is still a really great score. I just thought like that just as a standalone film, that's what it deserves.
Exactly. It's good, but you only like it as much when you're viewing it like, oh, then we're gonna have all the stuff in. Like if this was all three of these films was one film, 99, if not 100 easily.
Oh yeah.
But it's just like, it's so separate.
I just want to know
guys.
if you're okay.
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not cutting out.
No, guys.
Jimmy, you look like you're about to sob and break down in tears
guys,
like a
I'm
little
not about to
bitch.
solve this movie.
I know you're cold and freezing, but you look like a little bitch right now.
Guys,
Don't be a bitch on the podcast.
I'm so cold. Okay.
Okay.
What's the
then,
next?
acting.
Oh, acting. I gave this really high. I gave this a 94. Because this movie, as Nathan said, it was the most emotionally rich movie out of the whole Star Wars franchise. Like, you see a lot of films afterwards. You see Han Solo die in Force Awakens. You see Obi-Wan Kenobi die. You saw Qui-Gon Jinn die. You saw all these things, right? But nothing pulled on your heartstrings just like this movie did. Just not even it making you sad, but it made you feel so many emotions.
Oh yeah.
And I felt like just the acting here just all brought it all together. This movie was just that good. I gave it that my score.
For the acting, Nathan, your turn. Sorry.
I give it another 98 because all of the actors I think improved leaps and bounds from where they were in the last movie. We lost some veterans like Obi-Wan from the last movie that were kind of carrying those kind of newbies actors into greater heights. Mm-hmm. But in this movie we see those same characters, these same actors being able to hold their own in these great scenes of emotion. And we get the introduction of one of the most important movie characters of all time, Yoda. Just insanely influential in every single aspect. One of the most notable voices known. A great combination
Watch
of
this podcast, you will.
a great combination of live action and puppeteering skills that was really just insanely revolutionary.
For the acting, Yoda is part of your score.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Characters acting. If For animated movies, I do.
I think that's
characters.
polishing overall.
Oh no!
This wasn't animated. This is a live action.
I know. I'm saying like for an animated movie,
Semantics.
For an animated movie, I would do the characters and the voice acting.
Oh yeah.
In acting, I just consider the characters and then whatever domain they happen to be in. Like in a Muppets movie, acting would be like Kermit and all the others talking about them.
I just feel that more as special effects because the way
No.
you describe the puppeteering skills.
The puppeteering skills,
Were amazing.
sure, are in
Anyways,
polish.
my acting score,
The puppet itself.
85. Because, again, I agree they improved, but I was also more critical of them in the first one too. So while they improved, it was still not that like 90. 90 is like you're creating a new form of acting almost for me.
Really?
90s for acting.
If you do 90s,
really difficult.
if I catch you doing 90s on some movies that I don't
In the
think match
Minecraft
that,
movie,
that don't match that category, I'm gonna go off on you.
Yeah, because
Because there's like almost no movies I can think of
Yeah.
where I think that would deserve a 90.
Yeah.
If it was like creating a new form of acting.
not saying a new form, but like truly like
It made you say,
untouched ground. Like
Okay.
this is like one of the first.
Yeah,
few
so
films
so
where
this
it's-
movie. This like Yoda.
Yeah.
That was
But
completely untouched.
but that's the difference was because I counted the acting for Yoda as the thing that carried
Oh,
the
we
acting.
better see your polish score better be like.
Because
90.
yes, it's very high.
Okay.
Because my it's more my my polish is very high because of that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Yoda very good and all that, but the great debate over what the acting score is. For me, the acting score is the physical actors, how well they take the stuff on script into reality. While Nathan is how good the characters are. That's my story and plot stuff.
Okay.
And so
You just said it was.
It's okay. It's okay.
Never mind.
Keep going,
Okay,
keep
cinematography.
cinematography gave it a 90 because it just hit that like sweet spot for me of cutting edge, but it wasn't on the high echelon of that.
What'd you give? Did you give cinematography more in this or for the last?
Probably the last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because just like it has that same good feeling I liked about it in the cinematography, but you know, I can't name like in the last one. There's a few scenes I can name other than like the one with like the big ship battles and the scale and some of the Dagobah stuff. I couldn't really say cinematography a specific scene.
Okay.
Nathan.
I gave cinematography a 94.
Okay.
I think an improvement on the last movie. Not by like a ridiculous amount, but just so much. Like you have Hoth looking beautiful. All the different places they go looked amazing. The way they filmed, all of them was pretty perfect. You had so many amazing scenes that I can name like off the top of my head that just looked beautiful. It was just amazing. So 94. Jerry?
I gave cinematography.
Jerry, it was like one of those like you fill your mouth with water challenges where you don't try to laugh. Because I just see like you grab the tusk.
Dude, you have to understand. I like touched over there, and it was like a new sensation, and I was just like,
You've never felt sand before?
no, I have, but
No.
it felt weird.
Why would you put your stuff in the sand?
It's so
Whoa, he didn't put his stuff in the sand, okay? Let's not go
okay.
there.
What'd you give cinematography?
Guys, I gave cinematography a solid 87. The thing for me is all the scenes were amazing. Like the way that it just all like gelled together. I thought it was amazing. The one, like a bunch of scenes that like, what's it called? Like, popped out at me was, you know when in Hoth you have like the AT-AT walkers, and then you have the little small walkers?
The ATSTs?
Yes. You see like the little walkers like there. Is it stop motion? Because
Yeah.
okay. Because they would walk like this. It was so cool. Like because this, I felt like the big walkers were more gelled together. Like I didn't see like the stopping in it, but this one I did, and I felt like
That made more sense for the scale.
yes, I felt like it made more sense, and I felt like it gave you a what's it called? Like if you see both of them on screen, you can see like distinctly that they're two different things.
That's my Polish score.
Hey, but I just thought like that was kind of cool. I felt like everything else was the explosions were so cool. I really like the color of the explosion.
Those are special effects. This is Polish.
Stop, but that's still cinema.
Get to your Polish score then.
I agree with Jack, but it's fine.
87.
Give it the lowest score. It's fine.
Yeah.
Polish.
Okay.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on
Polish.
What was your polish
Ooh.
score?
94. Okay. All the reasons I already claimed for cinematography because I didn't think that it would fall there, but I felt like just like would you kind of consider polish as also like editing into?
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
Like
I felt
VFX, editing, soundtrack, all that stuff.
Okay, soundtrack amazing. We see the Imperial March. Wait, it's the Imperial March, right?
Yeah.
Is that the,
Yeah, but it was like
you see that in the start, right? Like I don't think you see it in the fourth movie, right? Like the first movie. I don't think you hear.
I'm not sure. I don't think we did.
Yeah, I felt.
But I still like the music a lot. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love the music. I felt like because I don't think I heard it in the fourth film. So now that it introduced, I felt like such a revolutionary like soundtrack.
So 94.
Yeah.
for polish, I gave it a 100, and
Damn.
basically just for the same reason I gave it the last movie.
Mhm.
Just VFX were completely unmatched, and they just they were with all three of these movies. They were pushing special effects and what you could do with space, what you could do with everything to its absolute limits. Soundtrack, just as amazing as the last movie. Pretty much just everything about the polish in this movie is pretty perfect. So I
agree.
think I gave
For
it.
my Polish score, I'm gonna have to give 96.
Okay.
As mentioned, loved Yoda, loved the special effects. Everyone has already gone through all of this. Great movie. Arguably, my favorite part of it was this final go about 96. Overall effect, also very high for me, 92. Loved it. Powerful film. Makes you truly enjoy Star Wars as more than just like some independent, separated films.
Mhm.
It really started connecting them and tying it together and making you interested in finding out more.
I gave overall effect 100. The kind of originality from the first movie is lost just simply because it is a second movie, which would take it down in overall effect. But then just the amount of the insane effect that Empire Strikes Back had on the series as a whole brings it all up back to 100.
Jerry, what's your
I gave my overall score a 99 actually because I gave the other movie 100.
Yeah, we were at Paul, or we were
We're
at
an overall.
Yeah, we're at overall.
Okay, I thought you
Yeah,
said Paul.
so
think
I gave the overall score a 99 because I gave the other one 100, I think. But for me, everything that Nathan said, I felt like the movie in general, like gelled everything together. You know, that was that film that took that standalone film of the fourth movie and just enhanced it by so much. You know, the cinematography got better, the acting was much better. I felt like all the characters developed way better too.
Directing was better.
Directing was better.
Script writing was better.
Yeah, everything was just better.
Their dialogue was better.
But
Um,
since that it was the second film, that's why I just bumped it down to a 90.
Okay.
That's it.
So, Jerry, what's our next film? What's up to bat for episode 6?
Guys, we're watching the Minecraft movie.
No, that was...
Okay.
So, Jerry's an idiot and moron, forgets how we film things. For the next movie,
Guys,
Jerry selects
we're watching the first Ted movie.
Ted?
Okay.
What a choice. Very divisive. Nathan's gonna probably hate it. I'll probably be
Have you seen it before?
I'll probably be
I've seen
70s or
clips,
80s.
but I've never.
I'll probably be 70s, let's be honest.
Have you seen it?
No.
What?
So I guess we are watching Ted. For the
Ted
next
starring
episode.
Mark Wahlberg?
Mark Wahlberg and
Mark Wahlberg. Seth
Rogen.
I don't remember.
Who Family Guy? Who's Family Guy?
Yes.
Oh,
Jamie, search up Who Family Guy.
that's it's not Seth Rogen.
Who Family Guy?
Who Family Guy, yes.
It's Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane, yeah.
Yeah,
Peter Griffin.
the classic director, writer, main character, triple threat,
Guys,
triad.
the egotistical triple threat of Ted.
Guys, did you know that Mila Kunis is in this movie?
What? Huh?
Who is she?
I don't know, but I'd like heard of Mila Kunis.
Guys, didn't
Okay.
Jimmy Rose in this movie?
Jimmy Johns is in this movie.
Guys,
I don't
like
know.
this person. Oh my God, she's the wife of Ashton Kutcher.
Who are these people?
You don't know who Ashton Kutcher? You don't know who this dude is, really? You guys
That's like the most generic phrase. I'm pulling this up on screen. That's like showing like the what's that one like?
Unfortunately, I have
Dream
not
Man?
seen that
How
70
everyone
show
sees
or
them?
2.5 Men, so I
Oh,
do not know who this guy is.
Okay.
Anyways,
He
Ted,
has 2 wives.
Teddy
He
Boy,
does?
No, it's probably just he has had multiple wives.
with Ted with the perfect moon and the perfect stars in the opening scene on Christmas. We'll get to that when we film it.
oh,
So, J&J,
Couch
Critics, Adam Sandler official, all y'all. We'll see you
Subscribe.
on the
follow
next
our Letterboxd accounts.
one in the comments. This is Letterboxd accounts.
Guys.
In the description.
Watch the next episode, you will. Why are you? Oh.